You're playing a third set. You mentioned it just now. Those are your favorite songs?
Well, you know, some of them were new songs. Some of them I've never sung before, and some of them we sort of redid from a whole different standpoint. Like Rhythm of Life has been a hit before, but we introduced an acoustic version of it that's very different, and it's a high point in the show, or it's fun to do that. And Evolution, we did a different treatment, the acoustic version of that, and as well as some songs that I've written. And on the new CD, I included things like Blowing in the Wind because of the climate of what's going on in America. And not just America, but
everywhere. In the Western world. Yes.
It's just amazing. You know, we're running out of words to describe the, you know, man's inhumanity to man. It's just so saddening, but it just means that we all have to think about this carefully and think about what we can do to play a part to change the world.
It worries you.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Third set, it refers to earlier times. I read somewhere when you were on smaller stages performing in bars and hotels. That's a very long time ago.
It was a long time ago, and sometimes it feels like it's not that long ago, but that was hard work because I did 3 one-hour sets 6 nights a week for anywhere from 48 to 50 weeks out of the year. It was hard work. And how to stay focused and how to stay up, you know, every single night doing that. I would do the first 2 sets for the public and sing the songs that were at the top of the charts or the most popular things, or songs, you know, from Broadway musicals or from Nat King Cole or from, you know, Stevie Wonder or whatever.
Yeah.
But the third set was ours. It was the musician set.
Yeah.
It was the one where we would play what we wanted to play, how we wanted to play it. And for our true hardcore fans, that would have been the favorite set.
They always stay till last.
Yes.
you know that.
If you were there at that hour of the night, you really wanted to be.
But if you think of that time, you mentioned all the hours, do you think of it as a challenge or a struggle?
I think of it as a wonderful time because that's where you're forming your musical image. That's where you're not just paying dues, you're also molding and shaping, you know, what you want to be and who you want to be known as. It's where you really clarify your identity musically. And some of the arrangements from those days are standing up to this day, so that by the time I got a record deal and recorded one of the CDs that was the most popular in Holland was the Evolution CD, and on that CD was New York State of Mind.
Yeah,
well,
beautiful.
That arrangement came from those nights in the third set when we played just the way we wanted to. I strayed from my usual version, and John and I, my husband now, he's my drummer, and we would spend the off hours listening to music, and we were influenced by Miles Davis on his Tutu record, and just the feel of some of that. And we went back that night, and in the third set, we came up with just that really sultry kind of feeling on New York State of Mind. And he went with me, and everybody went with me. And, you know, it's great to be creative on the spot. So, and it ended up being one of our favorites.
Yes, that are really timeless songs.
Yes.
For new generations like them too.
Yes, absolutely.
And now with the third set, you feel free again. you don't have to prove anything anymore. You're just a great singer and everybody knows you, so you don't have to prove anything.
It's a good feeling.
Yeah, it's supposed so.
I think, many people, when they get to be at this point in their lives, they start crying about, I wish I was younger, I wish I was this, that. Not me. I love where I am today. And it's a good feeling to be with musicians where the chemistry is right and they understand what we're going for. So I have the nucleus of my band. It's 4 instruments. It's, of course, me on piano, but John on drums, another John Pena on bass, and James Hara on guitar. And they understand the sensitivity. They understand space and adding just enough, not simply adding a bunch of notes. You know what I'm saying? To say, look what I can do. And then I'm in this show, it's wonderful to include very talented people. I have Lo van Gorp, who is singing background and playing sax as a guest artist and singing backing vocals, and as well as Patty Hotham and Raquel Brown. And when Raquel can't be there, then Deidre Twist is also, she performed last night in Raquel's place. But just super talented people who understand sensitivity. And it's such a great feeling. There's just never sad moments. It's just, I feel so blessed. And then to have audiences like the people in the Netherlands who understand music, who they long for music, good music, and they respond to it so warmly. It's the perfect situation.
When you have so much experience like you, do you go on stage very relaxed, or is there still some stress?
The only stress I feel is trying to get out some of those high notes I used to hit. That's where the stress is. Yeah. That's the only place where the stress is. Because other than that,
But for us, it doesn't seem to change your voice for your
Lord.
listeners.
Well,
but
that's
for you,
sweet.
So in the morning, we don't have to ask you anything. We would be shocked or not.
Well, that's the only thing is just, I can't sing as high or as smoothly as I used to sing, but you know what? I'm going to squeak out the very...
Well, you manage.
I have left, and I gladly just give it all to the audience, whoever will listen here in this country and everywhere. It's a joy.
We've got a lot of talents, a lot of talented people who just can't survive the music industry. How did you cope?
Wow, I think the answer is to make sure that you sing songs that have longevity, and make sure that your success is not built on a trend. But and you also have to cater to something that is lasting. That is to get your audience to invest their souls. They want to come searching for you. They need to feel like, I've got to have that today. I need that. I need to be uplifted by this music. And when they're invested in that way, that's how you last. And I believe that I offer something more than just a song.
But if you think of the emotional side, you see very famous people who just don't manage to stay in the music industry because they just can't cope emotionally.
Oh,
and you keep your
really
head clear.
I know what you're saying. And for one thing, I never bought into the celebrity thing. I live a very simple life. It's just my husband and me, and we are the same no matter what. Walking down the street, on the stage, back in the States, here in the Netherlands, or any place else in the world, we're always the same. We don't put on a face. We are who we are. Genuinely loving people and loving life. And we have a spiritual balance, and I think that that's important too. I think the spiritual balance is what keeps us going because, you know, all of us have those 10,000 monkeys in our heads, you know, telling us that, people are thinking this or saying that. And we have to battle that, you know, and say, well, that can't be true because it hasn't happened yet, therefore it isn't real. My husband always tells me that, and he keeps me in line, and I keep him in line, and the only thing you can do is do your best, be who you are. And but if they're listening to record companies or to publicists or even fans who are feeding them something that's not good for them, then, of course, it'll be very difficult to stay healthy in the business.
I think that will be a good advice for all those talented people who are joining shows like The Voice of Holland, The Voice of Britain, and all those examples.
And America.
In America as well.
Right. I feel so badly for them because sometimes they don't even know that they're selling their souls, but they need to go in saying, I'm willing to do this, but not at any cost.
Yeah, and exactly.
For me, I was very fortunate that I got my success later in life. I was not in my 20s. I was in my mid-30s, and when, you know, success happened for me. So it was really great that I had already established. I knew who I, you know, who I am, and decided that I was not willing to just put up with anything at any cost. So when you do that, you can last, you know, and now I'm enjoying it.
And now we're waiting for you the 21st of December. We're going to listen to It's All Right With Me. Can you tell us something more about this song?
Which song are you saying again? Tell me again.
It's All Right With Me.
Oh, It's All Right With Me?
Yeah.
It's All Right With Me. We're not performing that in the show, but it was a song that I'll tell you, my husband asked me to record that. He asked me to sing that, actually, and we were performing that in our shows. I was looking for something that had a little bit more moderate up-tempo, and I used to sing that in the clubs. I did a ballad version of it, and it was very sultry and kind of sexy. And he says, I want you to sing that song again. So I put a little bit more of a jazzy beat thing to it, and it was fun to just do something different and to put some standards in. It's definitely a standard, and I love the music.
Oleta, I thank you for your time, and I will not keep you longer for taking a little rest on the Sundays.
Oh, but thank you so much for including me in your show. I sure do appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.